works. This is working. Yay. Success. Yeah. And we chose, well, I can see a little bit.
So you're right in the middle of the camera too.
I am?
Yeah. Move one way over.
I don't,
Right.
oh, there, I see. I'll just do that.
Oh, that's one. Oh, that's the right way. There we go. Oh, my goodness. Well, thanks for doing it today. So, usually we do this on the floor, but we have things going on today. So, I'm sitting right at the edge of my chair, with my sits bone still on the chair. Oh.
Just don't make sure that somebody said, you pop it up.
It's true. Oh my goodness. So I want you to really point those toes, and you can actually use your heels a little bit to really kind of push those toes down. Can we sit up straight though? And can we probably should have done that before we sat down, make sure everything's all cinched up. And then let's flex. Ooh. It's always the flex that gets you. You don't expect it. You're lulled into a false sense of security with the pointed toes. And then open. And we're holding for at least 30 seconds because that gives us the best stretch. 30 seconds or more. If you stretch less than that, usually your muscles are like, we didn't hear you. And then point front. Can we get a point front? It's a little, yeah. And then roll them together. How about front and back? Is it hard in sneakers?
Not as hard as trying to put them back on.
Right there.
I probably could take mine off.
How about,
These are too.
well, yeah, because my heels are sliding, but I'm guessing your heels are not sliding.
No.
Mine slide, these are, well, we're not shoes.
Yeah. How about, okay, hands, let's hold our arms second position, or one arm, as many arms as you have available to you to use. And we're gonna keep that toe pointed, and we're gonna bring it up and down. That's it. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. It's like that toe is kind of sliding along your leg. So your toe, it doesn't have to be super high, but it wants to sort of line up with your standing leg. Or standing, you know what I meant. And 4. And try to keep that knee in front if you can. 2 and 1. Woo. Other leg. Ready? What? Did you?
That would work.
I don't know what to tell you. She's like, don't go on the floor. Remember Pam's shoulder. I'm like, okay, gonna do the different things today.
So maybe she'll sleep in.
Yeah. I probably won't be here. Okay, other leg. So again, we're gonna point, 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 point. All of this is tight and cinched up, right? Up and down. That's it. Seems easy, right? And that toe, big toe, is kind of sliding up your leg. Sliding up your leg. And arm second position, or arm. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Is that okay? It's all good? So I keep saying second position, right? Remember, this is first position. Our fingertips are looking at each other. My hands dirty, or is it the light? What is that? All right, first position, right? You're kind of like holding a beach ball, except for Pam. And then second, we're just opening them up. I just want to make sure you have nice position, because I don't want you to, overextend your elbows. So those hands should be facing the front, and they shouldn't be like hanging down here, hanging up here, right? They're just facing the front. And there's that little bit of roundness in them still, and my elbows don't get lazy, right? They stay kind of up here. Okay. So now that you get second position, we're gonna do both feet. So point out, come in, point out, come in, point out, come in, point out, come in, and 4, and 3, and 2. Now we're gonna go right and left. So we're gonna go right. It's a little trickier. You're not going far. And 4, and 3, and 2, 1. Oh, it's my phone.
That's mine.
Oh, that was your phone?
Forgot to
Do you have ring? That's why my phone sounds like that. I don't even know what my phone is.
ring, yeah.
It must be your phone. I'm like, what's going on in my house at this time of the day? That seems odd.
There's somebody from down there.
Yes. So, we do this a lot on the floor, like, standing up, but let's try it here. So we have a pointed toe, and a pointed toe, and a pointed toe, and a pointed toe, and a pointed toe.
We don't have to do the whole class in the chair. I'm just saying.
I think that's a great idea. I think we should,
It was just the.
it was just the stretching.
Yeah.
Well, now
Floor set.
you've got me doing other stuff and my brain's like doing all these things.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's do up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. 4 and 3. Watch those numbers. And 2 and 1. Finish the last one. Oh. How's your one arm?
It's, getting tired.
Yeah. Are your arms getting tired? You have a shoulder thing too? Is that right?
A little bit,
A little bit?
yeah.
All right. Let's not.
It's like a half toward a muscle.
Okay. Okay, because I felt that.
Yeah, it made me tired
It made me tired.
in my shoulders.
Okay. Let's all right, let's move this chair for a minute. I'll just do some standing up stuff, which isn't any really more fun than the sitting down stuff, but that's fine. For the camera. So we have no music today, for those, if there's anyone. So, first position, I'm standing here because, but I feel so close. There we go. Now I can. That's the middle. There we go. All right, first position for feet is heels together and toes apart, right? So we're gonna stand up nice and tall. We're gonna tuck the booty under. We're gonna squeeze the booty, right? Arms we can just put in preparatory, so that's just a soft round arm. They're down. So this is first. We're gonna point that toe out to the side, and we're gonna drop our heel, and hopefully our heels and our toes line up, but we look like a broken letter B. Right? Yes. Perfect. Then we're gonna lift that heel, and we're gonna drag that foot in, and we're gonna put it right in the middle of the foot we're standing on. So it's kind of like the letter T, right? And we're gonna squeeze all the things. Yes. Then we're gonna point that toe to the front, and we're gonna drop our heel. Now, what I'm looking for is my heel and my toe kind of line up over here, and my heel, and my toe kind of line up over here, so I don't have this action going on, right? And then I'm also squeezing. Are you squeezing? Then we're gonna lift that heel. That was fourth. And we're just gonna bring it heel and toe touch. That's fifth position. And then to the side and back to first. That's a way to squeeze it. She's doing the squeezing, I'm so happy. Remember, booty tucked under, squeezing all the things. Arms we're just hanging out preparatory. So now we're gonna point that other toe. And we're gonna drop our heel, and we're gonna hope that they're lined up so you can line. You're a little crazy. And then lift that heel. Letter T, third position. So that foot is right in the middle. And we're squeezing all the things, squeezing all the things. Oh my goodness. Then we're gonna point that toe front, drop your heel. Heel and toe line up over here and over here. That's fourth. And then lift that heel. Heel and toe touch, fifth position. Out to second, into first. So we don't use third a whole lot, but we use first all the time, we use second all the time, and we usually use fourth, this one, right? In dance classes, in fitness classes, and sometimes they're straight on, but those are the most common. So let's go back to the first position, we're there. Now, we're gonna keep all of this, so this is tucked under, all this is squeezing. My back is up nice and tall. All we're gonna do is bend our knees just a little bit. Just a little bit. Plie. It's sort of a demi-plie because it's not very deep, but we'll call it just plie. So we're just bending. You want to keep this up nice and tall so your booty doesn't do funny things. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to do that second position. So heels, and it's like a letter V again with that break in the middle, and arms still preparatory. So I know that they're not doing a lot, but at least having them in preparatory, you've got some tension in your muscles. So let's bend. And they're not just hanging out there. It's much more interesting with music. I won't sing to you. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then should we do? No. Let's stop there. So back to first position. So first position, right? We got the plie going. We're gonna do one plie. So we bend, and then we're gonna scoot our feet to second, and we're gonna bend again. No one's scooted, that's okay. That's all right. So we're gonna bend, right? We got the bending part, we're good with the bending part. And then we're gonna bend and second. And so did you see my little bend after? I didn't call it out, but you wanna make sure that you're bending your knees when you land so that there's a cushion. So we're gonna bend in first. It's called échappé. I don't know who cares, but it's called échappé. So we're gonna bend and second, bend and first, bend and second, bend and first, bend and second, bend and first. One more, bend and second, bend and first.
Oh my God. That is a lot of work. It is.
Well, because not only did you start out with all the things tucked, then you had to take all of this and move it up enough so that your feet could move. And that's using everything.
Mostly
Your head.
Your head is telling your body to move,
Yes.
and it's just sitting there.
We can also do bend and second, bend and fourth. Actually, is that the right? That's the right for you. So, now I'm gonna hold my arms out for a little bit. Because when I go to second, my arms, they wanna go out with them. So, let's start first just because we're there already. So we're gonna bend and second, bend and fourth. It's kind of fifth, it's close to fifth, but if you really do fifth, you might step on your own toe. So if there's space, that's cool. So bend and second, bend and fourth. Bend and second, bend and fourth, one more. Bend and second, bend and fourth.
You can't get up off the floor.
Yeah, usually with my feet on the ground at the same time.
Mine don't either. This one comes up, but this one doesn't.
You don't have to be far, just a little bit, all right, so we'll do one more round with the other foot in front and then we'll change to something else. So, if you wanna put that right foot in front so we know where we're going. So fourth position, other foot. Because we already did that foot.
I know, but you said right foot.
She
Oh, I'm sorry,
She meant left.
I meant left. This is my right, it is your left. It's early. All right, so bend and second, bend and first, bend and second, bend and first. What the hell I'm talking about. Two more. Second and first. That's still not first. I don't know why I keep saying it. All right.
Oh,
That's not.
No?
that side was easier for me. I don't know why.
Apparently I couldn't say fourth. I had a fourth problem. All right, toes nice and straight. How about just tap side to side? Just a little bend in the knee too, right? Little bend, little bend, little bend. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now heels. Right in. Now for this one, my hips are kind of,
It's a twist.
and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1.
I said easier to pick up heels than it is feet.
Wow.
Toes.
Because you gotta kind of have your weight all in the right place to be able to pick up a toe.
Yeah.
Especially 2 toes, because 1, you can just, right, easy peasy. But 2, you gotta really think about where the heck is my weight? And all of this has to be helping, you know? How about second position? Now, we're gonna bend, so we got the plie going on with our back up nice and straight, booty tucked under, all of those good things, right? Let's hold those arms out. And then bend right, bend left, bend right, bend left. So my feet are not moving, but my hips sure are. Bend right, bend left, bend right, bend left, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. We're gonna hula hoop in a minute. I said we're gonna hula hoop in a minute. So we get the bending, right, of the knees. Now I'm gonna keep this part of my body nice and straight. Because sometimes when we do hip circle, hula hoop, right, you're just giving it for all she's worth. But we're gonna keep this nice and still and straight, and we're gonna take those hips, and they're gonna go around. So they're starting back here, and around and front, and around and front, and around and front. Now, if you think about on the front part, you have a squeeze back, and squeeze back, and squeeze, and back, and squeeze, and that's it. And stop. How's that? That's good? You guys are good? Pam starts to give me the stink eye about halfway through class, so I like to check in, see how I'm doing with the stink eye. Okay, ballet walks. So we're up nice and tall, arms up to the side. I'm standing in first position, but the idea is we're gonna walk in fourth. So we're gonna put that toe out front, we're gonna drop our heel, we're gonna be in fourth position. So these heel and toe and these heel and toe line up. And so we're gonna front, point, drop your heel. Point, drop your heel. Point, drop your heel. It's a lot like walking. Okay, so that's the basic gist. Now, let's just go back. Now, we're gonna point, we're gonna drop our heel, but we're gonna push with that back leg. So point and push, point and push. See how my knees bend a little bit? To get that push, push, point and push, point and push, point and push. That was good, I have my arms up. But I wanted you to think about your feet. So keep that when you point, right? You don't want to be too close to your back foot. You want to make sure, and keep.
I keep getting the camera.
Oh. Yes, I keep trying to get in the camera so that if there happens to be anybody watching, they're not like, what is she doing? I can't see her. So that toe, it's not like, you're not like reaching way out here, right? But I'm also not putting it right here. So I want you to reach so that my whole leg is nice and straight. Tendu, heel, push, point. This is what happens when I look back while I'm moving front, is that I fall over. So I'm pushing with that back leg. Point and push, point, push, point, and push, and point, and push. All right.
That's really different from walking.
Yes.
The balance, trying to keep your head over your heel to keep your balance is hard.
And really in this class, I'm doing things that you never normally do, and so your brain has to like figure out, how do I accomplish that? I'm not even really sure. And not only is it good for your brain, but hopefully it ends up being really good for your body too. Okay, so, balance it, let's do balance it. So balance it, we're gonna point that foot to the side, we're gonna step on it, back, it's just gonna be the ball of my foot. So what's on the floor right now is all it is, and I'm gonna step the front foot. Side, back, step, see how my heel stays up? Side, back, just the ball, step, side, back, step, side, back, step, side, back, step. Now, if you can, think about second, fourth, step, second, fourth. So when you put that foot in the back, it goes right behind the front foot, right? Otherwise, you start doing crazy things and you're all like over the place, right? So I'm keeping my hips nice and straight. My booty is still tucked under. I'm still squeezing, even though my legs are moving. Side, back, step, side, back, step, side, back, step, side, back, step. And two more. One, back, step, and two, back, step. Nice. I'm gonna stretch to the end, but
I know, I miss those stretches, those are good stretches.
I can see you trying to do back bend with one arm.
I think Good. It's just I can't get it.
Right, yeah. We'll have to help her out afterwards. And then one more that I just want to review real quick, chasse. So it's step, change, step, change. So it's kind of like a little hop in there that changes you to your other foot. Right? And then I have to go back because I have to hold. But on the step, so step, change, step, change. So I have all my weight here, and then I change it to the other foot. Change, step, change, step, change, step, change. There you go.
Too hard.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Oddly, it's easier to do when you go faster, but you have to know what your feet are doing before you can go faster, so here we are.
Yeah.
Yes, it's actually much easier to just go. But again, so point that right, so we're just gonna do one more this way and one more that way, just so it starts to get in your brain. So point that to step, change, step, change, step, change, step, change. I don't want to do that whole one. One more time. And it's not jump together, right? We point that toe, we shift the weight, and then we take this one here and put it in its place. Step, jump, step, jump, step, jump, step, jump, step, jump. All right.
It feels very awkward.
Yes.
I don't go left as well as I go right.
You know what? That's very common. It's even common for me. Sometimes my right is way smarter than my left. Okay.
Go ahead, if you want to. That's fine.
No. Let's get the chair again, huh? I was just like, can I at least do the spirit of the thing? Right? So, usually, so we're just gonna reach, you can sort of, you can reach one way and the other. Let's think about our shoulders, right? I can move my hands. We're not going far, but my shoulder is twisting, right? So each one gets a turn in the front. And hopefully your lower back is like, oh, this is not bad. Nice and slow. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then let's put them in front maybe. Whoa, I think I need more chair under my butt. Because I would like to just put my hand on my knees and drop that chin front and let your lower back and actually it's your whole back, just kind of say, ah. And then I like to hold for 30 seconds at least. No. How about just a little shoulder, a little roll. Just nice and easy. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. How about turn to the side? So whichever side, right? We keep this foot on the floor, right? That front foot. And this one is gonna reach to the back.
This is just what I was thinking.
Maria?
And I'll just turn and do a lunge.
And normally I would have you tuck your toe under, but I think my toes would be mad at me if I tucked it under. I suppose I could.
You can, but
You can. If you can, great. If not, I'm okay with keeping it tucked.
you get more of a stretch
Yeah, you do get more of a stretch.
on your
when it's tucked.
quads if you do. Or I do.
And then let's bring it together and switch to the other side. Butt cheek number 2. All right, so this one stays planted on the floor. This one reaches to the back. And I'm really trying to, I don't want it to go way out here to the side. I want it to go right directly to the back. And I want you to keep your upper body up nice and tall. And just holding out, 30 seconds. And if you can come up a little further. Oh, that's a pretty good stretch. And then bring that together. Bring it back one more time this way. Okay. So again, let that foot slide to the back. It doesn't want to be out there. It wants to be right behind. I have about 1 board in between my feet. Come on in, and turn. And let that foot go right to the back. And keep that upper body up nice and tall. That's pretty good. Come on in. I would say, let's stand up, cross the right over the left shoulder. I know my right and my left. And then just hang a little bit. We kind of did this in the chair, but this will get you a little bit more in your lower back. I don't know. She's getting there. Oh, very wobbly. Come on up and switch, put that left one in the front. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just, I think I had my foot back too far.
Yeah. Yeah, I've kind of got my weight split between both my feet,
Yeah,
so I'm not leaning one way or the other. Because really this is more about getting the stretch here.
mhm.
And come on up. And that's it.
Yay.
Fitness class.
Yay.
Thanks for joining me, ladies. I'll think of more stuff. Because I would hate for you to not come to class just because, you know, it's hard for you to get up and down with only one arm.
Hopefully it's not too much longer.